I have an amendment desk number 053. Asking unanimous consent be considered as read.
So ordered. Can designate the amendment.
Amendment number 53, offered by Mr. DeFazio.
Mr. DeFazio is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Hopefully, this will come up on the screen. In my opening statement today, I showed that, in fact, we have covered, it's not coming up on the screen, hold up the poster, please, that we have covered successfully the entire United States of America with an ADS-B system. It actually exceeds the capability of any satellite-based ADS-B system, because this system, yes, Sharon, it will be able to do both in and out, whereas the satellite-based systems cannot do that. You know, the airlines have said that they really don't think it's worth investing in. Now, the benefit of the system is you can fly planes closer together, and that would obviously enhance the capabilities of our airspace in congested areas to handle more traffic. There is still obviously the point of getting them on the ground, and since we lack capacity and gates in many places and we're failing to get adequate investments there, there'll still be problems. But the point is, it's been delivered. Only one other nation in the world has it, Australia. But the airlines have not invested to use the system. Congress gave them a deadline 5 years ago. That's plenty of notice, of 2020. So that's, you know, a total of 8 years to comply so that we can use the system. You can't use it till everybody has it. General aviation is currently, I hear some complaints, but we're subsidizing general aviation, helping them out a little bit with it. If they want to use controlled airspace, they'll have to have it. They're moving there. Nobody, AOPA, nobody has asked for a delay for general aviation, even though the burden falls on individuals. In this case, corporations are saying, you know, they don't want to invest in it, yet they're complaining. I mean, I keep hearing always vague complaints about the FAA is so outmoded and they're so behind. And when I sit down with individual airlines and say, well, what technology is out there today that isn't already in the pipeline to be delivered that you would deliver through a private corporation? And there's a resounding silence. Well, here's one that we've delivered, but we can't use it. We can more efficiently and very safely use the airspace with precise locations of planes in the sky. I hear complaints about using the old radar-based system. Well, we have a non-radar-based system, but we can't use it. And so, you know, I wonder why they asked for the delay, and I wonder if perhaps the idea of the delay is, well, we're going to get a new private corporation, and we're going to go to the private corporation and say, hey, we can more efficiently use the airspace. We can fly planes closer together. Don't you guys want to do that? But would you please pay for the equipment so our planes can use it? So this amendment is quite simple. It says that, you know, there aren't going to be any more extensions of the ADS-B requirement for commercial airplanes. And secondly, that the private corporation cannot subsidize private airlines or publicly held airlines, that private interests, with, you know, and burden them with paying to install the equipment in these planes and obviously passing those fees on to the users. You know, I would observe further, as I did earlier, that, I mean, this is very expensive for all of the U.S. fleet, and some of them are equipped now, particularly the ones that fly oceanic. It would cost $743 million to purchase and install it, and that would be almost 25% of the bag fees that was extorted from passengers last year. So, you know, just for 1 year, forego 25% of your bag fees, put in the equipment so we can use the airspace more efficiently in the United States of America, or stop complaining about it. If you're going to say, gee, the FAA is so far behind and we can't get more efficient, you can't say that and then say, well, we don't want to use a state-of-the-art system that only one other country in the world has to fly planes closer together. And then again, there's two sides to this. One is out, one is in. In would give a pilot real-time information about everything else in the sky around him or her. That's the second level of the system, which a satellite-based system cannot provide. So we have the world's most advanced, state-of-the-art ADS-B system covering our entire territory, but we can't use it. With that, I would yield back the balance of my time.
Thank the gentleman. Mr. Graves is recognized.